Now, I asked Dr. Habermast to specifically tell me the facts that really got to him. And here's what he told me.
Now, the very first fact on this list is that Jesus died. Why do scholars today rarely question the death of Jesus? Why do the founders of the Jesus Seminar, for example, those who've written on the subject, why do John Dominic Crossan and Marcus Borg say that the fact that Jesus died is the surest fact we have in his career? Because the data are so strong. Now, what are some of those? First of all, death by crucifixion is essentially death by asphyxiation. When you hang on the cross and the weight of your body pulls down on the intercostal, pectoral, and deltoid muscles around your lungs, you reach a state where, when the weight's dragging down on them, you can inhale, but you are increasingly unable to exhale until you reach a place of almost paralysis, and you can't exhale at all. Actually, in the 1950s, an experiment was done in West Germany where male volunteers were asked to be tied to a 2x4. These males lost consciousness in a maximum of 12 minutes. Now, on the cross, you can push up. If only on the nails or whatever, you can push up. And when you push up, you relieve those muscles in your lungs. But when you pull down on them again, because you can't stay up there for long, you pull down. And when you're in the low position on the cross, you asphyxiate. The Roman historian did not have to have a degree in medicine. If the person's hanging low on the cross for any amount of time, let's say 30 minutes, he's dead. Second, we're told that they stabbed Jesus in the chest and blood and water came out. Someone says, well, that's in the Gospel of John, and we're not going to give that to you. Let me tell you something. In the ancient crucifixion accounts, there are a number of accounts of a coup de grace, a crushing blow that's done at the end of crucifixion to end the account. We have an account of a man whose skull was crushed to finish the process, a man who was threatened with a bow and arrow. We have two other cases outside of Jesus in the Gospel of John where he was stabbed to make sure he was dead. And of course, we have what is known as crucifragium in Latin, the breaking of the ankles so the person cannot push back up again. In all these cases, here's what the executioner is saying: you're not getting down alive. So reason number one, you're low on the cross, dead. You've asphyxiated. Number two, death blow. In the case of Jesus, we're told that it was a spear wound in the chest. In a journal of the American Medical Association just about 15 years ago, we were told that Jesus' death came from asphyxiation. The researchers said, including the pathologist from Mayo Clinic, they said that the spear entered his heart, and the water, how do you know? The water came from the sac surrounding the heart called the pericardium. So Jesus was dead. But if he wasn't, the death blow would have done it. Third reason. Now this gets a little bit gory, and maybe you're thinking, well, what have you done so far? But the third thing is called sucking chest. It's a very well-known medical phenomenon. If you're stabbed through the upper thoracic area and it goes through the lung, a living person, if you're alive, there will be a sucking sound that comes through that hole. And guess what? You don't have to be a medical doctor to know that if you're making that sound, you're alive. I had a student tell me just today that he shot a deer. And when he walked up to him, he had shot it through the chest that was making that noise, and he put his gun up to shoot it again, and the noise stopped. The animal died. So if he was stabbed in the chest and it didn't go through the heart, we would know because of the sucking chest syndrome. So these are some of the reasons to believe that crucifixion is lethal. Asphyxiation, heart wound, and if it only went through the chest, you'd have the sucking chest